Hey, I'm Dr. Joni Johnson. Let's talk. People will often ask me, what is ADHD and how did I get this? Well, first off, if you have ADHD or if your child has ADHD, it is a neurodevelopmental disorder. I hate the word disorder. We can say a neurodevelopmental issue. All right, that sounds pretty deep. It is, but it's not anything to despair about. The way I like to describe neurodevelopmental issues is by saying, or breaking it down. So the best way to think of it is when we see the word neuro, that's referring to the brain. Developmental is referring to the skills that your brain allows you to develop. Okay? Now, society has established that at a certain point in your life, you need to have acquired certain skills. So, for example, by the time you're 2, you should be able to speak in 2-word phrases. Now, if you're 2 and you're not speaking in 2-word phrases, or you only have a couple words, we say that you have a speech delay. Well, a speech delay is another type of a neurodevelopmental delay or a neurodevelopmental issue. ADHD falls in that same category. Now, a little while ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, we used to think that ADHD was a behavior problem. Let's correct the record. ADHD is not a behavior problem. It is a neurodevelopmental issue. Now, why? Behavior problems you typically develop. Neurodevelopmental issues, you're born with it. It's just who you are, and oftentimes they run in families. Now, this is important because when you go to school and your school thinks that you're a behavior problem or your child is a behavior problem, how do we handle behavior problems? Discipline. So that means when your child can't focus, can't pay attention, is running around the classroom because they can't sit still, they're going to call you and they're going to say, come pick your child up. You don't do that for neurodevelopmental issues. If you have a neurodevelopmental issue like a speech delay or ADHD, we treat that through support. And this is really important because I don't want you or your child to be labeled as the bad kid because your brain has not developed the skill to sit still or to pay attention. Now, a neurodevelopmental issue, like I said, ADHD, is something that you are born with. You did not catch it from anybody. You can't give it away. It's who you are. It's how you're going to be. You're going to just have to deal with it. But the good news is that ADHD is not a curse. It is a gift. And in fact, it is a blessing. And if you don't believe me, what I want you to do is go to your friend Google and Google all the famous people who have ADHD. And you'll find some pretty remarkable folks there. In fact, you'll probably find the CEOs and the heads of a lot of your Fortune 500 companies. You'll find athletes, you'll find entertainers, you'll find political figures. And they are who they are, not in spite of ADHD. It's my belief that they are who they are because of ADHD. So, to answer your question, what is ADHD and how did I get it? ADHD is a neurodevelopmental issue. You were born with it, or your child was born with it. We just need to understand that you have it so we can determine, the exact support that you need in order to be successful. Hopefully I answered your questions. If not, let's talk some more. Go down to the Contact Me section of this app and submit a follow-on question if I didn't quite give you all that you needed to have in this answer. Talk soon.